Hi, I'm Nicole Carter. I'm here with Lisa Harper at the Celebrate What Matters Women of Faith Conference in Dallas 2012. Thank you so much for
thank you for having me.
Taking a few minutes to talk with us. First thing I have to say is you are probably, to me, the funniest on the panel of women. I mean, I just always enjoy your stories and your little, your side comments, or you're telling little, chatter amongst yourself and all of that. So, but your ministry is great, and it's just a blessing to see you again and be able to chat with you. In keeping with the Celebrate What Matters theme this year, what would you say is unique or a little different about this year's tour?
Oh, wow. Every year we always go, we can't believe God did that, because you can't manufacture or generate what he does during the year. But this year there has been such solidarity on the team.
Yes.
It's like, and then I think that kind of translates. It just feels like every time we're in an arena, it feels more like a living room.
Okay.
Like, even though we have 12,000 women here, it just feels like you're with your best girlfriends. And everybody's honest. It's not, you have to have it all together to be loved by God.
Right.
It's, God loves us so much, even though we are all an absolute mess. And so I think it's the authenticity, and then the family feel of it this year. There's just a real genuine joy and real relationship.
What 3 or 4 top things matter to you most to you?
To me personally, it would be probably in order: God, family, friends, and then maybe dogs or dark chocolate. Kind of depends on the week.
Dark chocolate.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what has been so just kind of the core of my heart recently has been redemption. I get to work with a lot of women in recovery. That's kind of what I do with my free time. So women who are recovering from addiction to drugs, alcohol, all kinds of things, and to see God make them new. When you think that's just, there's so many hard chapters in their stories, and to see them go from incarcerated addict to a woman who's actually living free because she believes what God says about her. That's just been so cool. And then the personal redemption is my own life. I didn't ever think I'd be a mom, because I'm 100, and I always tease and say my husband is lost and won't stop to ask for directions. But just a lot of things led to me thinking I've missed the boat there. I'm never going to get to be a mama. But I started the adoption process a little over a year ago. Her name is Missy. She's 3. Her mama, her birth mama, died of AIDS. So Missy has HIV, and just the fact that God would let me, mother this beautiful child, and she's brown, and I've always thought I was not supposed to be pale. That is just like this colossal mistake. I was supposed to be brown. So to get this beautiful, and something about even redemption there, because we're going to take glory, and there's going to be no color. You're going to have,
like Sheila said, crimson.
That's right. Oh, wasn't that good?
So how has this process how do you think it's changed? I guess in redemption, but just
redemption. I always tell people I feel like it has plowed my heart up. It's made my heart softer, but the plowing, that's not an easy process. There's some pain in that. It's a good kind of hurt.
Right.
Like when you say you cry happy tears.
Yeah.
I lost a domestic adoption in the spring, and that one was just tough. But there's something about even the loss that I think prepared me for Missy, because I think, boy, mamas, daddies, family, there's consistent loss in that. Even little things like when your child leaves the house the first time, goes to kindergarten, you don't have them, or when they leave and leave the home. Or there's a lot of women here, as we saw, who've lost children literally through miscarriage or death. And so I think that plowing part, I like my heart being softer, but doggone it, the process sometimes you're like, Lord, could we shorten this?
You could tell a fellow mistake-prone woman 2 things. These are women that are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They really wanted to be here, but for whatever reason they couldn't come, whether they couldn't afford it, they had to babysit, they had kids, they had other duties, and they would love to be here. What are, say, 2 things that you could tell them?
Well, that's a great question.
Sum it up. There's so much, I know.
No, the 2 things that come to mind just right away are God's love will never let you go. I think sometimes as women, even if we've had good teaching, we still think boy, he's told me not to do this 100 times, and I keep doing it, he's going to lose patience with me. There's just no way God's going to keep hanging on to me. And I would say the first thing is his love will never let you go. It's not up to you to hang on to that. Our God holds on to us and thinks we're beautiful in our worst season. So he might spank you, but I always say he hugs us while he spanks us.
Right.
So even his discipline is gracious. And then the second thing is, I tell the girls I work with in addiction recovery this all the time. You've got to lean into God's affection. In the Gospel of John, he talks about how he literally leaned, like he literally reclined against the breast of Jesus. So I encourage my girls, I said, sometimes that's such an ethereal thought that we can lean into Jesus. And I've encouraged them to literally once a week lie back into warm laundry, like when they get their laundry out of the dryer, to lie back into those warm clothes and go, okay, Jesus, help me, and experience you promised to hold us. But since I can't see you, sometimes that's hard for me to comprehend. So I'm like, just lay in laundry and go, help me to get at Jesus and help me to believe that you love me. But I think sometimes it takes leaning. Sometimes we so want to stand strong by ourselves. And I'm like, you know what? Give it up for 15 minutes a day.
And then also, I have friends in Nashville too. Could you tell them how could they, if they wanted to, get involved with the next door? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. My website is lisaharper.net.
Okay.
And there's actually, on my website, there's a link that connects you with the next door. So, and there's actually videos of some testimonials. And so even if they just think, man, I'd like to talk to somebody there to talk about starting that here.
Thank you so much. For my Nashville people, please go check out the website, get the ministry starting. If we could do that in Dallas, that would be great too.
So cool. Yeah.
And I just want to thank you again for your time.